Man, the boys are back in the building. Uh-huh. And we coming off a win. So y'all already know what the vibes is like. Purple and gold skies, boys and girls, welcome back to Laker Land. We in the building. Like I said, the boys are back. Seven Mitchell in the building. Hank, Cole. Shout out to our brother B.A., who was missing in action. He got a lot going on today. We already know. So big salute to him. Episode number 4 of Lakerland, man. Y'all already know. My God, man, we got a classic episode today. Fellas, what's the word?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Another day. When I heard that intro, I thought Busta Rhymes should be rapping on it.
You know, I'm thinking about doing maybe a collab. I wonder how much he'll charge me for that feature. I better come correct because Busta be putting hands on people. So yeah, I better act like I know. Cole, what's the word, G?
Not much, man. Ready to push this Dlo propaganda.
Oh, man, did you like what you saw last night, man? We watched the game. Shout out to Cole, shout out to Hank, shout out to BA. We was in the playback last night watching the Lakers versus the Sixers. The Lakers got the W. Was you impressed last night, bro?
Sloppy game. I was impressed that we still won.
Yeah, we needed that. We needed that. And Golden State took the L. So, yeah. All is well. All right, y'all. We about to get into this show. If you guys are on our Facebook, I'm streaming as well on Facebook. So shout out to all the Facebook supporters. If you guys are checking this out in the YouTube world, make sure you guys smash that like button for us as we grow this new show and platform. Become a supporter as well. Subscribe to the channel. About to lock in, man. Episode number 4 here at Lakerland. Let's start this thing off, fellas. I want to get things started. I'm not going to waste your time, but I do have a lot of ground that I think we can cover. Let's get into our layup line. Let's take the warm-ups off and let's get into a TikTok segment to start the show off. Let's guess this NBA player. I'm going to throw some childhood photos and images up on the screen. I want you guys to tell me who these NBA players are. This one I made a little bit easy. As we go deeper into the second half of the season, I'm going to make this thing tougher, but we're going to start this thing out. Y'all let me know. Guess this NBA player. Cole, I'm going to start off with you. Who is this, gang?
That's Jimmy.
That's Jimmy?
Mm-hmm.
Hank, you agree that's Jimmy Butler?
Oh, yeah, now he says it. Who was it first?
He say that.
I say Brandon Jennings.
You say Brandon Jennings?
I was gonna say Brandon Jennings.
Yo, my man is starting off already. Nah, that's Jimmy. That's Jimmy. That's Jimmy. Cole is on the money with that one, man. Shout out to Jimmy Butler. My God. All right, let's go to another one. Guess this NBA player, Hank.
Right.
Oh.
Who? Shannon. Who we say? Shannon Fry.
This is so easy, and when I say it, you're gonna get mad.
Yeah, he really is gonna be bad. He blew this one. Hank, you don't know who this is?
No.
Cole, help him out.
That's Kawhi.
That's Kawhi.
That's Kawhi.
Yes, that's Kawhi.
That's Kawhi.
I'm used to beard.
Man.
He gotta get his braids.
Yeah, and braids.
All right, Cole. I got a tough one for you.
Oh,
Cole, guess this NBA player.
It's the GOAT.
Not this. Well, to me, yes. To you, absolutely not. At his position. You think that's Braun?
It looked like. No, the picture too clear. Wait a minute.
Yeah, you need to get it together. What's up with your court vision? Court vision is so apparent in this photo. I don't understand. What's your problem?
Oh my God,
Hank, who is this?
Braun.
Who is that, Hank? Help the NBA community.
Is it international or American?
This is an American player. This is an American NBA player.
Okay.
Actively. Come on, guys, really?
Does he not
Paul
look like
George.
Bron, bro?
CP3, this Chris Paul, man. What's
That's
going on
Chris
with y'all,
Paul.
bro?
I can kind of
I,
see
I,
CP3 in that one. Yeah.
yes. Look at the
Chris Paul.
face. This is Chris Paul all
Why does he
day.
look so much like Baby Bron?
I can see CP3. The other ones, I can't see the other guys. I can see CP3.
Oh man, glorious son. All right. Last but not least, fellas. Guess this NBA player.
Oh, we know that.
Cole, what we doing?
You just need to be 6 inches taller or something. Sorry.
Right,
You
right.
look the same.
Oh my
Go.
God.
Let's go, James. All
Yeah.
day. That's the
Or a
king.
man,
Bron look like the worst kid. Like he look like he caused nothing but trouble.
Yo, Braun definitely
yeah,
looked like
he
an
gonna be sneaky.
adolescent. A bad one. Real sneaky. Shout out to them. But we got an interesting show, man, on episode 4. So, man, buckle up. We are about to get into action. Topic number 1 here on Lakerland. I want to get into DAngelo Russell. I want to talk about Dlo. Has we been wrong? And I don't mean we individually. I'm just talking about as an NBA community this season. I'm talking about the Lakers as an organization. Did we get it wrong when we talk about Dlo? This guy has been talked about this season, good and bad. His name was in all types of trade talks and things like that. He seemed to be a real instrumental piece to this Lakers team as far as the potential success that they can have this season. What's your thoughts, Cole? Did the community get it wrong about Dlo, or has he done what everyone expected him to do this season?
I believe the community got it wrong. We watched him be misutilized by a bad coach and still held that against him as a player. I don't know how we can both acknowledge that the team wasn't set up for him to be successful, and acknowledge that the coach is bad, yet still fault him for not performing to his standards.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think we got it wrong. It's a community.
When you think about his play in the first half of the season, like right before trade talks really kicked in effect, he was kind of up and down. Do you feel like that Darvin should have stuck with him through the thick and thin? Or do you think making him come off the bench for that little time really was a bad move?
I think he should have stuck with them simply, even if we're looking just like from a team perspective, having a starting lineup of Braun, Prince, Cam, I believe it was Vando and AD. That doesn't even schematically sound correct.
Right.
So
That's a fact. That's a fact. What about you, Hank? Did the NBA community get it wrong about DAngelo Russell? Seemed like some people had him written off early in this season, and he has so far stepped it up. What's your thoughts on the NBA community and DAngelo Russell? Did they get it wrong?
Yeah, panic. You know, we live in a different generation in society where we want everything quick, and we're not taking to account some of the things he had to go through. He's been speaking out publicly pretty much about what he's been going through on the Lakers, as far as the Schroeder thing, as far as not being utilized right in his play style. He said that on, was it his podcast or somebody else's podcast? I think I know Cole know when he said that he wasn't being utilized right. He needed more ball control to be free.
that
I think he
was
was a guest on somebody's show when he mentioned that.
yeah, he was a guest.
Yep. And yeah, basically, you know, I think people are going off of some of the history he's had as far as being traded a lot, and they just didn't give him a chance. You know, the Lakers fans are definitely going to come harder at you. So they definitely just, I guess, didn't give him enough time to do what he needed to do. But he's definitely perfect for the situation at this point.
And I know we talked about this before when we talk about his mindset, but we just watched him last night in a win. But should he be focused on trying to be the second best on this team? Like, what do you think his identity really should be now that we only a dozen games left in the season, fellas? So how should we be ranking Dlo as far as the best player on this Lakers team as far as expectations? Should we expect him to be number 3, or should we be wanting him to go for number 2?
He's the third best player on this team and he has been for like quite a while now. And I think as far as like a player, what we should be expecting from him is to run the offense. Like that's always been his best attribute, like being a passer. The scoring is just a plus. So just run the offense, and when it comes to scoring, just be efficient.
You and I are going to always disagree with this. You keep saying that, and I'm going the opposite way. Let LeBron facilitate. D'Lo needs to be in attack mode. I think if you let LeBron facilitate, he's going to make good decisions. And like I said, play if he plays in the post, I think that's going to help his legs. D'Lo to me is a better shooter than LeBron. I think we really going to need to see more of that. I need to see D'Lo attacking. The Lakers, I don't think can win with just LeBron and AD playing good. We need
But
D'Lo to attack. Why do you want
D'Lo's
him to
worst
facilitate
stretch,
more than anything?
D'Lo's worst stretch this season has been him playing off the ball with LeBron.
Right. So that's what I'm about to say. He can't be coming off catching shoots.
He's not a
That's
catch and shoot shooter.
he has to have the ball in his hand. He's been playing well when he gets to do that. They're gonna have to find a way to split it because Brown, he likes to have the ball in his hand, but they got to find a way to let D'Lo still have a majority of the ball handling as well, so that he can attack.
I said give Bron the ball in the fourth quarter. That's what I said.
What does D'Lo's future look like? Does he remain a Laker? Do y'all see him parting ways with this team? I
Possibly still.
I mean to me, yo, I'm looking like after last night breaking that record. I just feel like yo, he should be here. They need to find a way to keep him here and build around him.
I think if
Not
Darvin stays, he leaves.
hmm,
He's gonna get paid for sure. He's gonna get his
one way or
money.
another. One way or another.
Yep. He's gonna get his money. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I like him. I like him with the Lakers, but as far as play style, if they want to have success in this postseason and have him consistently good throughout the whole postseason, they gotta let him, like you say, attack. But he has to have the ball in his hand, not coming off catch and shoots.
Well, we speaking on the NBA community. If they got it wrong, what about the organization? Because they the one that was going to get rid of him. Did the Lakers get it wrong putting his name in trade talks? Do you think they were deserved and warranted? And how much of his name being in the trade rumors do you think impacted his play? Because to me, that's when I seen him step it up even another level. Once his name was being threatened in trade talks. So, do you think the Lakers even putting his name in this equation? Did they get it wrong, or did they do what they were supposed to?
Mhm.
Could have been a ploy to make them play better. I think they do that sometimes with certain players to see if they're gonna play better. And also, if there's certain guys that you can get, he's gonna be in that pool. That trade talk. If it's certain guys, to me, someone like a what's his name from Cleveland, if
Donovan Mitchell.
you're Donovan Mitchell, someone like that. I mean, he's going to be in that conversation. But if he plays well, it lessens the conversation. At least it'll be behind the scenes, not more in front of the scenes.
But let's say that was the case, though. That's a risky move, right? I mean, you're
Right.
talking about D'Angelo Russell. You had a history with him. You know what type of emotion this guy brings to the table. You know, kind of putting this out there. It has seemed to work, but I think that was a big risk if they really did that, just to put that trade room out there to make him to see if he would play better.
Shoot.
Look,
My fault,
looking
guys.
back on the article that D'Lo had, he said one of the people that stayed with him and talked with him through that time was Palinka. So I
Okay.
think that's more of like a front office as a whole type thing, more than like the GM himself. So it all worked out, but I feel like even with some of the moves that we're going to make, I feel like it would have only been like maybe a marginal improvement.
Now Hank spoke on how D'Lo has been vocal. We've seen D'Lo speaking a lot. You got a problem with that, Cole? Do you like seeing how vocal D'Angelo Russell has been as of late?
Not at all, especially when you hear the players talk and some of these players consider D'Lo like a mentor or like somebody I could talk to and stuff like that. So
Right.
he has to he has to vouch for those players that are being misutilized by Darvin Ham, um, knowing that he has more security in his career than some of these other players, with him being a former All Star and making money and stuff like that.
Right.
So I don't have a problem with him vouching or being the voice behind not only himself but maybe players like Christie, Reeves, like players like that.
What you think, Hank, about D'Angelo Russell? How vocal he's been? LeBron speaks, but LeBron speaks subliminally. We don't see a lot of talk from Anthony Davis, so there's not a lot of talk coming from the Lakers team. Do you have a problem, or do you think it could wind up being a problem with D'Angelo Russell speaking a lot?
Depends on the situation because obviously we don't know the whole, what's going on behind the scenes. If he feels he can't talk to certain people, going out in the media will be a way to get his point across. Especially since I believe he does want to stay a Laker. I don't think he really wants to leave. I think he likes it in LA. And if he's saying LeBron was his favorite player, and I've heard him say that too, he wants to continue to play with Bron,
Yeah.
but it's sometimes he has to, especially in this day and age, sometimes I think relationships can be skewed, but I think it's not a bad thing as long as he's not going overboard with what he's saying, and of course he's putting in the work and showing you, hey, I deserve to be here, look at what I'm doing. So I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah, that's the end of the day. I think you hit it on the head, and that's why I don't have a problem, is because he's being productive. Talk all you want. I can tolerate whatever you got to bring if you productive. He's not doing anything bad. He's just keeping it real. He's speaking his truth. But if you want to question who the hell are you, D'Lo, to be speaking out, he's one of the important pieces of the Lakers winning.
Yeah.
So, he like you said, he's putting in the work. He's being very productive. Not always consistency, but consistently, but he's working on that. But shout out to D'Angelo Russell. He broke the record as the all-time Laker leader in three-pointers in the season. What's your reaction, Cole, to D'Lo breaking the record last night as we watched?
Uh, I'm not surprised, to be honest. When when I saw it happen, I just thought, what if he wasn't like misutilized and benched for that whole month of December? Like, how far could he have blown this record out of the water? You know,
What does a record like this though do for his chances of staying with the team from an organizational standpoint? Do you quickly get rid of a record holder like that? Like, does him getting this record maybe add more chances of him getting a deal from a front office standpoint?
yeah, I think it's a nice moment, and with the record, it's not just like, oh, D'Lo shooting a bunch of threes. Like, he's shooting threes is helping. That's leading to wins.
Yeah.
So, I think this is just like, I think this is just like another detail as to the body of work that he's put together with LeBron and AD this season.
And why they should keep him.
Yeah.
Hank, could you see success being built? And I'm not really talking championship success, but at least playoff contention immediately after LeBron goes. Let's say hypothetically, it's a D'Lo Anthony Davis show.
Mhm.
They would have been playing together for about 3, 4, 5 years at that point. Do you think they would be good enough as a duo to take the Lakers into postseason play?
I mean, as long as they're healthy and they stay on the court, yeah, LeBron gives you that extra player to kind of have some wiggle room, But
Yeah.
one of them go down, it's a wrap, Then you got to rely more on Rui and all of them to step up. And are they ready for the being that third star or second star? But I do believe they could definitely get into the playoffs for sure. Those two together, especially because the responsibilities for D'Lo would increase. Of course, Anthony Davis as well, and I think they can shoulder it together. I think you've seen it in games this year.
Yep, for sure. Y'all let us know in the chat, in the comment section, what y'all think about D'Angelo Russell breaking the all-time record for three-pointers in the season for the Los Angeles Lakers. Does that add on to his chances of remaining in the purple and gold? Y'all let us know y'all thoughts. This is the Lakerland Podcast, episode 4. 7 Mitchell, Hank, Cole. We in the building. About to jump into our next topic of the day. We about to get into our Road Warriors segment. Let's talk about the Lakers' away journey for the remainder of this season. I believe more than half of their remaining games out of these 12 games, fellas, are on the road for the season. The Lakers are 12-20 on the road. Depending on where they land in the play-in, they may have to play 2 games on the road just to get into the playoffs. They more than likely won't have any home court advantage throughout the playoffs if they make it. When you look at history, like recent history of how poor they've played on the road this season, Cole, what the hell can our team do to turn this thing around in the playoffs on the road to give us a chance to go far?
Well, since the
Because the
ax
way is the way it's mapped out, we might as well quit. We shouldn't even consider getting out of the first round. Definitely not the second round, because we just don't play well on the road, and we ain't gonna have no home court advantage. So on paper, it's like we should just quit. But what could we do for the postseason to turn that around on the road?
considering that we can't do the actual solution and fire our coach,
Mm.
I just think we gotta pack the paint, um, and play defense. That's like our best. That's like our calling card. Pack the paint. Let Reeves, Prince, and D'Lo shoot the threes and play defense. That is literally all we can do.
Is defense our identity? Yes or no? Defense is our identity.
I would say for the first half of the season, yes. But we had about I think a 20 game stretch where we're like the second best offense in the league.
When you look at the last 2 years, if you put the last 2 seasons together, is it safe to say we've built our team off of a defensive identity? We've
Yeah.
attempted to. Okay, Hank, what wins championships at the end of the day?
You got to have a mixture of both. Of course, defense takes you over the top, but you got to score. You got to have some offense. So, and I think they got enough. They just have to put it together. But defense is actually definitely going to be number one for them because they're not a really good 3-point shooting team. And this is the era where you have to have a 3-pointer. So, definitely have to have their defense at the top and then execute on the offensive end. And then I'm looking at the brackets right now. We talking about the away games. I believe they could steal one from the Thunder on the road if they
That's what I
get
said.
some.
After the first round, I ain't concerned. Like even though they would have to play either whether it was Minnesota or OKC, I'm not concerned about playing those guys at all. But it's the Phoenixes, it's the Denvers, the Dallases,
I
that's
think we
what I'm
still from
concerned
Dallas
about.
too. Like we still one from Dallas.
Still one,
I'm
but you
talking
need
about all
more
you
than
need is
that.
to steal one road game and you just protect home.
Not when you got home court advantage.
No, I'm saying of them, like okay, if the OKC got home court advantage, then you just need to steal one from their home and you go home and protect yours. And you got the series.
If it don't go 7,
I think we could beat OKC in 5 or 6 on the road.
what about the
I have no
Clippers?
answer.
If we play the Clippers, I feel like that's 7 home games, like
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, which call was just talking about that. Brian and JJ was talking about that on the podcast.
Hmm. I want to bring this visual up, get your thoughts and opinions on this, fellas. Back in 2001, these were the playoff stats for Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. The Lakers that season, that postseason, went on to a 15-1 playoff record. Kobe averaging 29, 7, and 6. Shaquille O'Neal averaging 30, 15, and 2. Just looking at the numbers, Cole, I'll start off with you. Could LeBron James and Anthony Davis match these numbers in the playoffs? And if so, could the Lakers go to the championship off of those performances?
Uh, I believe they could do it. I've seen it before, but Could we win the championship off of? Probably not.
Mm.
Denver would shoot us out of the game still.
Mm. Okay. Hank, what's your thoughts, bro? If we replacing LeBron with Kobe, if we're replacing Anthony Davis with Shaq, do you think those two brothers could get or equate these numbers that Kobe and Shaquille put up in 2001 in this upcoming playoffs? And if so, could it lead them to a championship?
They could. I think LeBron has done it with D Wade before they got to the finals and lost. They remember they went for 30 balls the whole playoff run, and then of course you know what happened in Dallas. But absolutely they can do it. And then if Dlo on the other end comes in with a nice stat line, you might be able to win a championship.
But what's more unlikely than when we look at this graph, fellas? AD averaging these numbers in the playoffs or LeBron averaging Kobe's numbers in this upcoming playoffs? What's more unlikely? Because I feel like it's more unlikely for LeBron to average almost 30 points a game unless they forcing it. He can do it, but I feel like they will be forcing it, and it will go against what's needed to win.
He's averaging 25 now.
Right.
So 5 more points.
Yeah, but this is the thing though, right? Like if we play like if you told me we were gonna play OKC, then we were gonna play
the Clippers,
then we were gonna play like Minnesota or something, and you told me, oh, AD averaged like 32 the first round and like 26 the next round, like that'll make sense to me. But if we're playing like heavy hitters that got centers throughout the whole playoff run, I don't believe. Like I believe it's very far fetched for AD to average like 30 and 15.
So you just really ain't sold on Anthony Davis versus the elites. We just gonna keep it real.
AD versus
to put up
Gobert.
this stat line, the
Yeah, like
Goberts, the Jokers.
it's a nightmare matchup for them because they're actual centers.
I respect.
Now, if we can put Jackson Hayes in there and let AD cook at that 4 position,
He might get you 30 and 15.
Okay. All right, Laker Land. Y'all let us know. About to get into our next segment. This is another quick TikTok segment. Fellas, rank these NBA championship teams for the Lakers. LeBron James 2020 Lakers team, Kobe Bryant's 2010 Lakers championship team, and Magic Johnson rookie 1979 Lakers championship team. Rank those three as the best. Hank, let me start with you.
79, 2020, and 2000 what?
10. Kobe Bryant's 2010.
Magic's
Series
my guy,
versus
but I
Boston.
really didn't see that series like that. You know what I
Really?
mean?
You missed the Boston Lakers series?
79? You said
Oh,
79,
you're talking
right?
about I thought you were talking about Kobe's. Yeah, Magic's that rookie. Yeah, the one where he
Yeah,
played like as the center. Yeah, and won.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen couple, like one or
Clips,
two
right.
games, in
Right.
clips.
Now I
But
thought you was talking
nothing.
about you didn't see Kobe's 2010 finals game 7. That's what I was.
Oh, so it's
How are
just
you
game
ranking
7.
those
It's
three?
just game 7s.
Well, I'm just saying it just as a team, as
Okay.
a team, because all these teams have won championships. With it, if you're ranking them 1 through 3, which one would you say is the greatest or had the toughest hill to climb?
Of course, I'm gonna go with 2020, and I just didn't see that. I had to keep it in the order you got it, really, because I ain't see 79 like
Okay.
that. So
79
I would
Magic.
say, huh? And I love
Magic went
Magic.
nuclear. He went nuclear. I'm not gonna lie.
Didn't
Yeah,
he play all 5 positions that series?
yeah, that
Yes, he
game,
did.
yeah,
Yes, he
that
did.
game. I know for
That
sure.
game alone.
Yeah,
Good night. Did he win Finals MVP?
yep. But
Yes, he
people are
did.
saying he shouldn't have won it.
Well,
People are
who
saying Kareem still should have won
Yeah.
really?
because I think Kareem was only out one game.
How you ranking these Laker championship team, Cole? LeBron's 2020 Lakers, Kobe's 2010 Lakers, or Magic's 1979 Lakers?
I don't know. Like 2020 Lakers is like one of the best defensive units like of all time. Like it don't matter who they play. So but do I want
You
to
got the
go?
pandemic. You have the bubble element. You
Yeah,
have Kobe Bryant's passing. All of that went into that season of 2020. When you look at Kobe's 2010 championship, this was a repeat. This was versus the Boston Celtics, game 7. A lot behind that. And then we just kind of spoke on Magic. So how are you rating these three?
and Powell played great.
I want to change
I
when
think.
Cole done.
I
Mm,
think. mm, I think as a unit, as a team as a whole, like I understand 79 has like those crazy stars on it, but I'm gonna go 2020. I'm gonna go 79. Then I'm gonna go 2020.
ooh, Kobe coming in last. So before Hank go, just tell me why Kobe's 2010 Lakers come in third to you.
Mm, just thinking from like a modern standpoint, yeah, just the offense, and then the game, like the games that like when I rewatched it, Kobe was throwing like a lot of shots, like a lot of shots that series. So just from like a offensive efficiency standpoint, I'll go with uh, I'll go with those two teams over them.
Over them. Got you.
Yeah.
Hank, how you carrying this one? Cole did an interesting one. I wasn't expecting that, but he made some great points. How are you rating
I'm
these?
I'm changing it because I'm gonna say this. Even though I didn't watch the whole finals, that's probably the most important one out of the three.
Magics?
Because without it, you don't have Showtime Lakers. Without Showtime Lakers, you don't have Kobe and you don't have LeBron.
That
Talk your
makes sense.
talk, bro.
So Magic and them started it all, carried the legacy, and then now you got to put them first, and then I would say 2020, and then Kobe. And with context, though, Kobe was hurt that series, but he still was jacking them up.
Man,
Crazy, like
He was jacking them
that's
up.
interesting.
I was killing, bro. I was killing.
I mean, I rank mine's different than all three of you guys. I mean, both of you fellas. Like, I got LeBron 2020 team because of everything that I said they went through. I got that at the top. But that Lakers Celtics rivalry, even though what you made a great point, Hank, how Magic Johnson really set the tone and how we might not even be seeing when and having this conversation without that. But I just
The
feel like, bro,
agenda push. If the Sixers won that championship, Dr. J,
oh my God, I hear
Push the
you.
Dr.
agenda. Push
J.
the agenda.
He is definitely pushing that agenda. Fraud. But no, I'm going with LeBron 2020 Lakers. I'm going with Kobe's 2010 Lakers. And then I'm going with Magic 1979 Lakers. I'm ranking them in that order. Word. All right, people. Laker Land, episode number 4. We are locked and loaded. We are still at it, man. If you guys are on Facebook, man, make sure that you follow us on Facebook. We definitely appreciate the support. And if you guys are checking us out live on YouTube, make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to come over to our playback room. That's playback.tv/Lakerland for all of our exclusive live Laker watch parties, man. Every time the Lakers are playing, we are locked and loaded. We got VIP watch parties, free access. So all you guys got to do is come over and follow the room. That's Lakerland. That's playback.tv/Lakerland. Look forward to seeing you guys in the playback room. Let's get into our next topic of discussion here on Lakerland. Topic number 3. You're fired. Let's talk about Coach Darvin Ham. Cole, what could happen? What has to be done for Darvin Ham to save his job this season?
Um, for Darvin to save his job.
Yeah, I want to put a positive spin on this one. I know we done talked about his ass getting fired. You know what I mean? And that seems to be the cash cow. But what what has to happen for him to keep his job this season?
Mm, I won't even say winning a championship. anything that Darvin could do to save his job is out of his level of competency.
Mm.
Mm.
It's in God's hands at this point, huh?
I'm so serious. If Darvin keeps his job, that shows the level of dysfunction and incompetence from the front office. Straight up.
I think he's already established it. I think he got it. I don't. Again, the only way I think Darvin Ham could lose his job is if, and let me look at right now, Houston. Houston is like 3.5 games back of the Lakers, and we got 12 games to go. If the Lakers was to lose the play-in, if they was just to get totally eliminated before this dozen games, then Darvin is done. If Darvin gets us into a play-in tournament, I think he's safe for another year.
I
What
think he's
about you,
safe
Hank?
until LeBron says something.
Well,
Until
from
LeBron say
reading,
something?
well, yeah, that's the key thing. But then again, we know they've been pushing back on him lately, Cole, a little bit. So I don't know. And the reports I read is that Jeannie and Palenka like Darvin a lot. So I think again, like you're saying, playoffs, even the play in, I'm not sure.
I think
For
he's safe
the
if
Laker
they as long
Nation,
if they play it in some type of play-in playoff contention. I think he's good. The only way he's not good is if they lose out of this, fall out the top 10 before the season is
I
out.
think Laker Nation gonna go crazy if they don't make the playoffs. So
Just play in.
no playoffs. I think the Lakers Nation gonna go crazy and ask for some heads to be knocked off this season, including starting with his. So I think he has to make the playoffs and either face whoever that top seed is or whatever seed it's going to be, whether it's OKC, Minnesota, or we don't want Denver, but one of those three. He's going to have to make it to the playoffs. Otherwise, I think the outside noise is going to be so heavy. I don't know. They might have to do something.
If the Lakers don't make the playoffs, Cole, all bias aside, who gets the most blame? Because for the most of the season, we could have been saying Darvin Ham, of course. But you mentioned how Anthony Davis has not done what he's supposed to do when we needed it the most, multiple times. So those games count too. Who actually gets the most blame if the Lakers don't make the playoffs?
Mm, I'm still gonna say the coach.
Mm.
Remember, I'm one of those people that think the executives, like when winning happens, the executives deserve a lot of the credit. So when losing happens, they also deserve a lot of the credit. There are moments and shots that AD could have made, or moments where he could have been more aggressive. But I ultimately believe that Anthony Davis's offense has suffered from Darvin Ham's inability to put players in the right position. How do you expect to score AD to score like good offensive numbers on good efficiency when he has a starting lineup of LeBron, Cam Reddish, Torian, and Vando
Right.
for a
I
month?
agree. But we got pieces coming back potentially, but I don't know how much of an impact Gabe Vincent is going to have. I don't know how much of an impact Vando is going to have. I don't know how good those guys are going to be.
With Vando, it's just how injured is he going to be coming back? If he's like 90, we're rocking. If he coming back and he's tiptoeing and frolicking like across the court, it's gonna get bad.
Yeah, Vincent better
Now,
do something. He been gone too long.
who? Gabe?
Yeah, he better come back doing something.
He should be coming back next week. And the only thing that I can hold my hat on when it comes to Gabe Vincent is just how well he played in the playoffs last year for Miami. I know that's been a long time, but that's the only thing I got to go off of is that he played big when it count. So I'm hoping that he still has that presence because we're gonna need it. Even if it's in small pockets. If the Lakers are gonna go anywhere, everybody's gonna have to put their work in.
I would be excited for these players coming back if we had a coach that knew when to play players and how to stack minutes.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah, he got to get into basketball shape too. So hopefully he comes back before the playoffs start.
See, got all that to deal with. And you really, I don't, how many games have he literally played with these guys? So you're talking basketball shape, then you're talking about chemistry, then you're
IQ,
talking about the
chemistry, all that.
playoffs, then
Yeah.
you're talking about playing with LeBron. It's just like, damn, where does it end?
Honestly
Where
though, I think Gabe as a player will be fine. Because really the thing we need most from him is his intensity, and that's just who he is. But when it comes to all the other things, I think, like you said, if you just play him in pockets and we get those sparks of intensity off the bench, we'll be
it'll
fine.
work. It'll
Yeah.
work. Now I was watching Gil's Arena, and they were talking about what the Lakers need to do to fix things. And Gilbert and Rashad McCants, who seldomly be on the same page, they both are agreed that LeBron should be playing in the post. Cole, you disagree. Hank, what's your take on LeBron's role and responsibility? I feel like he should be playing down low because he's going to get fouled. He's going to get to the free throw line. He's not that great of a free throw shooter, so I understand that argument. But I just feel like the wear and tear as far as his energy, he's going to be able to keep some of his energy playing down low, posting up. And that's why I like to see D'Lo attack and facilitate more. So what do you think LeBron's role should be moving up into this final 12 games, specifically LeBron's role, Hank?
I feel like they got to find a way to mix it up for him because I think he's gonna get bored in the post all day. To be honest with you, you got to
But
give him a
don't
little bit of
mixing it
ball.
up. Don't mixing it up, not to cut you off, but isn't that a recipe for disaster for a 38, 39-year-old who would look? The main important ingredient to me is preservation. Him to preserve his energy. Him to
Mhm.
not repeat what happened last year, being gassed and burnt out. If they got him all over the place, what could we possibly expect from LeBron in the if the Lakers was to make it to the Western Conference Finals? It's like history repeating itself.
Yeah, but that last game though, he was doing everything. That's the reason why he burnt out.
Versus Denver.
Yeah, nobody
I
was
mean, I just
scoring,
felt
but
like it was a I felt like it was a huge hill to climb. Show off, salute my G. Big up to you, my brother. As always, my brother Show Off, one of the greatest battle rappers we got in the game. Shout out to the legend. But I don't know, man. I just feel like preservation is just so important for LeBron at this point. And
of course, matchups depends on the matchup. Maybe you do put him down there, depending on the matchup.
who would he be potentially facing? Chet. If he had to
First
play the
round so
four,
far.
Cole, who's playing the four with Minnesota? I mean OKC. Chet,
No, J-Dub.
J Dub,
Williams,
ain't Cat hurt?
yeah,
Yeah, he'll be
Cal.
playing Nas Reed
Yo, LeBron could
or
get
he
off on
playing
these
J-Mac.
dudes.
Yeah,
LeBron could
matchups.
get off on them dudes, bro.
No, he cannot get off on J-Mac. No, he cannot.
Yo, J Mac is a alright shooter, bro, but he ain't like that. He can't do nothing with LeBron James,
He is
bro.
indeed like that.
He is not against. We watched the Lakers give OKC the Blues every game this season. It
No,
seemed
no,
like.
not J-Dub. Jaden McDaniels from the Timberwolves. So,
Oh,
yeah, J-Mac
wait
is
a minute.
indeed like that.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
he's
He
a good
ain't
defender.
nobody. Then Klay Thompson almost beat him up. Come on, man. All right. Y'all being real disrespectful. Last topic here on Laker Land. Definitely appreciate you guys. Hank, what was your thoughts on Gilbert Arenas? Oh, take so you disagree. You don't feel like LeBron should be in the post. You feel like they should mix it
He
up.
can, but matchup is important. I think the OKC one could work, but like he's saying that the Minnesota one would be a little different. McDaniels can play some good defense, and he's mobile.
Yeah.
You can move with him. The strength might
All
be
right.
on LeBron's side, I'm sure, but
They would just
Right.
switch Nas then.
you know,
All right, Cole. Check this out, bro. You know your stuff. Tell me this. which of these top 5 teams in the Western Conference do not want to see the Los Angeles Lakers in a 7-game series? As of today, OKC is ranked number 1, Denver's number 2, Minnesota number 3, LA number 4, and New Orleans is number 5. Which of the top 5 teams don't want to see these Lakers in the playoffs? And you can have
Clippers.
more than one answer.
Oh yeah, Clippers. OKC.
Clippers, OKC definitely don't want to see the Lakers. Why those 2 teams?
Um, the Clippers. We're just better. I'm gonna just be honest. We're just better. Zubac doesn't really pose a threat to AD anytime. Um, our bench unit will be better once the time comes. Their best POA defender is hurt currently. And I really just don't trust playoff Kawhi and PG because they haven't given me a reason to trust them.
A 2-time Finals MVP haven't given you a reason to trust them in the playoffs.
No, that was in 2019, 2024.
Damn.
What has he done
But you know
since
what?
then?
No, I respect it. You know, and I like the fact that Cole didn't even mention crypto. He didn't even mention the geographical, element in this situation of, this game being, a series being in crypto, so it could be that disadvantage. Cole just feel like we just better than them, period, no matter where the games were played. So I respect that.
This is one thing. When you beat a team the same way multiple times, you're just better than that team. We keep beating them down the stretch. We're just better. With OKC, we see it every time we play them. We just pack the rim. Cheddar's a good shot blocker. He's the only shot blocker on the team though. We pack the rim every time we play them. And this last time that we played them, our guards was actually playing really good defense on Shea, which was mind blowing. But
yeah, I think it's different ways. I agree. I think it's different ways we better than OKC. Just the experiment, just the experience alone, I think could win some games.
For sure.
I'm just not sure that nothing is proven.
Unless Mark Daigneault makes the I didn't even bring up the fact that it's an offensive and defensive liability on in their starting lineup. So unless Mark Daigneault makes that adjustment, then we really got that series sold up, to be completely honest.
Versus the Thunder.
Yeah.
Hank, what about you, bro? When it comes to the top 5 teams right now in the Western Conference, which one of these teams don't want to see the Los Angeles Lakers in a 7-game series in the playoffs? OKC, Denver, Minnesota, LA, or the New Orleans Pelicans?
I'm gonna say OKC, Pelicans, and then the third would probably be the Clippers.
Okay, so this is interesting. Neither you nor Cole mentioned Minnesota. Like y'all think Minnesota really want that smoke from the Lakers. So what's your thoughts on the Timberwolves and Lakers? What's up with that, Hank?
I like them this year, actually. And I think they're going to be at a disadvantage. I think the Lakers would have a great chance against them because Cat out. So size gone, shooting gone, but they're still a good team. I think they will give them some tough matchup. You saw what they played well against the other day. Who was the team they played? They played Denver, right? Went to Denver. Yep. Hobbled and everything. So I do believe in them this year. But yeah, I mean, if I'm ranking them, I would put those other 3 first before I put Minnesota up there.
But you feel like Denver definitely went to smoke with the Lakers?
Oh yeah, they're champs.
They're praying
Okay,
to get
cool.
us.
Cole, why you didn't mention Minnesota? What makes you think Minnesota went the Lakers smoke?
Superior coach, superior defense. And even with Cat being out, Nas Reed is just so versatile offensively that it hasn't really mattered.
Them dudes are looking across the court at LeBron James and Anthony Davis. You really think that they can win?
Yes.
84 Jordan do.
Yes.
Who?
You
Y'all
think
need to
Anthony
stop that.
Edwards
I
is
need
there
y'all to
if
stop
anyone?
that. I need y'all to stop that. Can hold on, Cole, because you're done with the 90s. So you're going to allow Hank to do that? Compare Anthony Edwards to the '80s Jordan. You putting that in you. That's the perspective we're gonna move forward with right now with AE. I just need to know.
Look, Anthony Edwards is from Atlanta, so I'm allowing
Uh-oh.
him to do whatever he wants.
See, this is crazy, yo.
Anthony Edwards
This
from
ain't
Atlanta.
work.
I'm
And
allowing
then
him to do whatever he
Chris,
wants.
Chris Bussard called Jordan, and Jordan said he see the similarities. So even
But
Jordan stamped
Luka,
him.
but on a serious note, I just feel like that team genuinely doesn't fear anyone. Like genuinely doesn't fear anyone. Rudy has the experience, and all and AE, we know he don't fear anyone already, and everybody on the team just follows suit. Chris Finch, Chris Finch,
Kyle Anderson.
coaches with an iron fist. They're very structured, and that's why I'm scared of them. Straight up.
And they
It's
got
gonna be
Conley
such an
too.
interesting play.
Yeah,
That's
we would
the
have to outscore them to beat them,
yeah.
and it's like we're gonna
Lucky
be
Lefty
living and
be
dying
out
by the
there
three ball.
hitting clutch shots and making good decisions.
Yeah,
I don't. I don't think Denver want to see the Lakers. I don't think none of this top 5 teams want to see the Lakers in a 7-game series. For real.
the Pelicans do.
The Pelicans definitely don't.
Pelicans
Nah,
do.
You think Zion want that?
Yes.
Nah, I don't think so. I'm not. I
Zion
don't
need
even think the
all the
Clippers do
support.
no more. And that's surprising to me. We know Luca don't. We know Luca don't.
Luka 100% want to smoke with everybody.
Luca do not want no
He
smoke with
want to smoke
LeBron.
with everybody.
Bro,
There are certain stars, like I get like bias aside. There are certain stars where you just know they want to smoke. Giannis want to smoke with everybody. Luca want to smoke with everybody.
no.
Damian Lillard in his prime wanted to smoke with everybody.
No, these niggas want to be on the same stage and play with LeBron. They don't want to smoke with LeBron. They don't want to have to guard LeBron. They don't want to have to go back and forth with LeBron. None of them niggas, Giannis, Luca, none of them niggas want to. No, they just want to be on the same
Giannis and
basketball
Luka,
court. They want LeBron to
100%.
do well, and they want to do well on the end of the court. But they don't want no smoke. They don't want to have to lock in and
Giannis
go
and
Jay.
Luka 100% want to smoke.
Oh, the worst defender.
Anthony
Oh
Edwards 100% want to smoke with LeBron
my god, I
on
cannot
both
wait
ends of
to
the
this
court.
playoffs. Oh,
100%.
this is going to be such a good postseason, fellas. Another classic episode. Number 4 is officially in the books, man. Shout out to my brothers, Cole, Hank. Shout out to BA as well. Before we get up out of here, fellas, y'all know the drill, man. Let everybody know where to follow us on social media. Hank, let everybody know what you got in the lineup for this week. If you already got shit in the chamber.
Oh, excuse me. Number one, all my social media platforms, just Sports Game Vision or SGV Talks. Normally, we every week's going to be a live show, 6 p.m. Eastern time on YouTube and all the other platforms, and I'll be dropping shorts and videos throughout the week as well.
Dope. Cole, what you got going on, bro?
Follow me on IG at 404.Tedis, ATL stand up. I'm on YouTube at C6LD as a spell right there. After I move, we're dropping a KD Slender video, man. Y'all know what time
That's
it
what
is.
I've been waiting for. That's
We
why I've been waiting
dropping a
for the
KD
content to
Slender
drop.
video, and we're dropping a loser video after I move. So be on the lookout for that.
Loser, okay.
And
Watch,
follow
he
me
has
on.
Kyrie as a thumbnail. Something disrespectful. Kyrie or Melo as a
Oh no,
thumbnail.
it's gonna be
Something real
Melo. It's
rude.
gonna be Carmelo,
See? Something out of
but
pocket.
and John Stockton. But follow me at 2C6LD on Twitter, and I'm gonna be popping on there as well.
Bet. Shout out to my guys. They are definitely doing their thing and they're going to be doing their thing. So make sure y'all support us all. Definitely appreciate you guys here at Lakerland. We're back every weekend for another live episode. And make sure y'all subscribe to the Lakerland Show YouTube channel, as we also will be doing live streams throughout the week popping up. And of course, we got Friday Night Lights with my bro, Hank, Sports Game Vision, going down every Friday, 6:00 p.m. Eastern. So stay in rotation with us. Y'all stay safe, be good, and we'll catch you guys next weekend here on Lakerland. Fellas, y'all be good. I'm out.
For sure.
Peace.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.